Friends, Ashoka's first Sangrama. See, according to Huen, Ashoka had made two first Sangramas. One was a Mahayana one and one was a Hinayana one. So I showed you the Mahayana one, which is Chintamanchak next to Mukama. That is the Mahayana Sangrama, first Sangrama. And then now, the Hinayana one, which is next to another, this is Chintamanchak next to another relic stupa of Ashoka, that is Lemuabad. So folks, according to, some historians, there are theories that Ashoka's generals, after he became a Buddhist, his generals converted and became Buddhist monks. So folks, that is the place where that is their first Sangrama. That is Ashoka's first Sangrama, in which his generals who converted and became Buddhist monks were the monks over there. So I am going to that Sangrama. It is a Jadav village today. So basically I suspect most probably the Jadavs are the ancient Greeks. So I am going towards the Ashoka's first Sangrama, which he made after a lot of thinking. That is what Chintamanchak means. The village's name today is Chintamanchak. That was the Sangrama's name. Buddhist friends, Ashoka's relic stupa. Now, Zhang speaks about one Ashoka's first, Sangrama. Ashoka's first Sangrama, he speaks about only one. But Huen says two, and there are two Chintamanchaks. So basically, there is a possibility and there is a surety that if there were two Sangramas, first Sangramas, there will be two Ashokan relic stupas. See, in another video of mine, I have proved that this Huen says that there were two first Sangramas, because Ashoka had both Indian and Greek blood in him, and one Sangrama was on the Indian side amongst his Indian relatives, and the other Sangrama was on the Greek side. According to some theories, a lot of his Greek generals converted to Buddhism and became monks in his Sangrama. So that will be the other Chintamanchak. So if the Greeks and the Indians could get Ashoka's first Sangrama, one each, then the Greeks and the Indians should get Ashoka's relic stupa also. So folks, Zhang says that there is his relic stupa's name is Omolokia. Now Omolokia, in the other video I have pointed out it's Moldiyar Tola, but Zhang points out a story of the last days of Ashoka. When Ashoka, he was in his last days, he had terrific indigestion. He was living with indigestion. In his last days, he had a Lyme, and he wanted to give all his property, his money, to the monks in the Sangramas, but his ministers and his family members weren't allowing him to do so, and he was too weak to force himself. So what he has left is only a half a Lyme. Of course, in the book they say, see, these people have translated in Calcutta, and so Omolokia, they think it is Amlaka fruit. So it is not Amlaka fruit, it is the lime fruit. Lime fruit, because the relic stupa is in the name of lime. And lime fruit and the second relic stupa, the Yadav relic stupa, the Greek relic stupa, is also next to Chintamanchak. means I had told you that there were two first Sangramas of Ashoka, folks. So there are now two, what do you call it, relic stupas of Ashoka. One is in the name of the lime, according to Zhang Zhang. He says Omolokia. Omolokia sounds similar to Moldiyar, which means relics. And Omolokia sounds similar to Lemuabad. Lemuabad, Omolokia, Lemua. Lomolokia, Lemua. Lemua is lime. So that is the another relic stupa, and it is next to Chintamanchak or your Kukkutarama, which is the Yadav or the Greek one. Folks, and I apologize to the Yadavs by saying that they are most probably the Greeks, but that is what I suspect. I may be wrong, but that is what I suspect, and I think I am right. So folks, check out the video of what do you call it, the second Omolokia, the second relic stupa, which is Lemuabad, in the name of a lime. Check out what Zhang Zhang has to say, and then I will show both the relic stupas in satellite pictures, and then you can see videos of the second one, which is next to between Pandarak and Chintamanchak. Now this is what Zhang Zhang has to say about the Sangrama. See, Zhang Zhang mentions only one Ashoka's first Sangrama. Only one Ashoka's first Sangrama, and this is the Mahayana one. To the southeast of the old city, there is the Sangrama called Kiu-cha-o-lan-mo, that is your Chintamanchak, Kukkutarama, which has been mispronounced as Kukkutarama, which was built by Ashoka Raja when he first became a believer in the religion of Buddha. It was a sort of first fruit, preparation in planting the root of virtue, and a pattern of majestic construction, lofty building. He gathered there 1,000 priests, a double congregation of lay people and saints made their offerings of the four necessary things and provided gratuity all the articles for use. This building has long been in ruins, but he founds the foundation's walls are still preserved. See, that is your what do you call it? Zhang Zhang mentions only one Sangrama southeast of the old city. There, here it is. Here is the old city, Gowasashekhpura, which Huen Tsang mispronounces as Kusumo Pulo, Gowasashekhpura, Kusumo Pulo, and southeast is Chintamanchak. By mistake it is written money, but it is Chintamanchak. Folks, Chintamanchak means to do a lot of thinking and then decide on something. And up here Ashoka decided on making this Sangrama. Now, this is according to Zhang Zhang. But let's see what Huen has to say, because Huen says that there were two first Sangramas. See, this is the travels of Huen, and this is chapter thing, Pataliputra or Patna in Magad, King Ashoka's spirit-built palace and halls, etc., etc. Now let's go to the section where he speaks about the Sangrama. By the side of the top of Ashoka, there has been made a Mahayana monastery. See, the monastery which I showed you, Chintamanchak, is a Mahayana monastery. Very grand and beautiful. There is also a Hinayana one. See, Ashoka made two monasteries. The Hinayana one. The two together containing 600 or 700 monks. The rules of demeanor and the scholastic arrangements in them are worthy of observation. See, Zhang Zhang mentions only one first Sangrama, but what do you call it? Huen mentions two first Sangramas. One is Mahayana monastery and the other is Hinayana monastery.
Now let's see where the Hinayana one is, folks. Here we are back to the satellite picture. Now this is Gowasashekhpura, that is your old city, Kusumopulo, mispronounced as Kusumopulo. Southeast is Chintamanchak, and next to Moldiar Tola, which is Huen Tsang's Omolokia, that is Ashoka's relic stupa, Ashoka's own relic stupa. So that is Moldiar. Mal means relics. Mal means relics. So folks, and this is your Chintamanchak, which is the first Sangrama. This is the Mahayana Sangrama, folks. Now where is the second Chintamanchak? It is next to Gowasashekhpura, that is Chintamanchak. This is the second one according to Huen. This is the Hinayana one. Now look, why did he make two Sangramas? Because he had two, his one ancestry was Greek, which I suspect are the Yadavs. I may be wrong, but I suspect, this is research, and I suspect are the Yadavs. And this Chintamanchak is the Yadav one, and this is the Bhumihar Brahmin one, folks. Now, this Ashoka's half ancestry was Greek, which I suspect, I told you, as Yadav. And up here you have Pandarak, which is the Ashoka's first Buddha relic stupa up here. So folks, this is according to a lot of folklore, a lot of theories, historical theories, the generals of Ashoka's army were Greeks. And when Ashoka turned to Buddhism, they also left warfare and they became monks, folks. It seems they became monks up here, Chintamanchak, which is the Hinayana monastery, Ashoka's two first monasteries. Check out the pictures of this monastery.
Now my Buddhist friends, we all know that Ashoka made one first Sangrama. He made one first Sangrama. But according to, because Zhang says that, and Zhang showed us that is next to Mokama. But according to Huen, who came 400 years before Ashoka, according to him, Ashoka made two first Sangramas. One was Mahayana one, next to his great tope. His tope is a stupa, his relic stupa, that is your Moldiar Tola relic stupa, which is in Mokama. And then the second Sangrama, he made, now, so the first Sangrama which Zhang showed me is Chintamanchak, which Zhang mispronounces as Kiu-cha-o-lan-mo, which I have identified as Chintamanchak, because Chintamanchak sounds similar to Kiu-cha-o-lan-mo, and the meaning is the same. Main thing, the meaning is the same. Like Zhang says, after a lot of thinking, Ashoka made this first Sangrama, after a lot of thinking. And Chintaman means to do a lot of deep thinking from within your soul. Thinking within your soul, that's what Chintaman means. Now, Huen says there are two first Sangramas, so there should be two first, there should be two Chintamanchaks. Folks, there is a second Chintamanchak next to Ashoka's second palace and next to Ashoka's second relic stupa. Folks, according to a lot of Buddhists and historians, they have this theory that the generals of Ashoka were Greeks. The generals of Ashoka were Greeks, and when he converted to Buddhism, they also converted to Buddhism and they became the first monks. Folks, so basically this Chintamanchak is that Sangrama, in which it seems Ashoka's generals who converted to Buddhism, they became the monks, folks. And then Ashoka, Zhang tells a very beautiful story of Ashoka's last property. It was half a lime. It was half a lime, and he was eating it, and his property had been snatched away by his nephews, etc. And he was eating it, and he tells his servant to give it to the Sangrama, Chintamanchak, which has been mispronounced as by historians as Kukkutarama, to give it to the Sangrama, and tell them that this is the only property left, and to accept. Folks, that is Lemuabad. That is just next to the first Sangrama, the Yadav Sangrama. Folks, that is that Sangrama was according to Hinayana Buddhism. So, folks, this is your second Sangrama. Next to, now it is automatic when there were two Sangramas, first Sangramas. That means both of them got share of relics. That means there should be two relics to put. So one is Moldiyar Tola, the other is Lemuabad. The Sangrama, which is the relic stupa, which is the name of a medicinal fruit in India, which Zhang calls it the medicinal fruit in India. This area, the medicinal fruit is lime, folks. So this is your Chintamanchak, the Yadav one, the Hinayana one, folks. If you appreciated this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Buddha XU. Thank you very much.